Chance back, in the past, the old Bassmaster tournaments, it was like a pro on pro. It wasn't there. We didn't have the pro-ams. You drew another pro or boater in the tournament, and you had to split the day up. You got half the day to fish where you wanted to, and you could be in the front of the boat, and then the other angler you're with could fish where he wanted to half the day. And obviously, as you can imagine, it was terrible. I mean, it created so many problems, and it was the worst decision anyone had ever made in a tournament to put boaters on boater. Terrible decision. But anyway, one positive thing about it, I got a chance to fish with a lot of good anglers and observe them and watch them. And every time that I drew a really good angler out, because I fished with Hank Parker, Roland Martin, Denny Brower, Clun, Larry Nixon, all the all-time greats. And I learned something, and they weren't trying to teach me this. It was through my observation that I learned, is about how they selected the places they wanted to fish. And once I learned this, after watching them and seeing how they do it, it changed everything, because I was approaching it all wrong. It's like when I'd go out trying to find fish, I would just haphazardly just go out and fish anything that looked good. I mean, if I saw a good looking rocky bank, I'd go fish it. If I saw a tree in the water, I'd go fish it. And I didn't really have a systematic approach to it. One of the things I noticed about Larry and Rick is they had a system and they stuck by that system. And the system was to find an area that they thought had the potential to do well. Now, this area, it could be a lot of different things. It could be a big, long grass flat. It could be, the last third of a major creek arm. It could be, a mile-long stretch of riprap, whatever. But they found one area and they never left it. It's like they left no stone unturned. Both of the times that I fished with them, they did this. They got into their area and they would just stay on the trolling motor and fish everything. They wouldn't target one specific thing. They'd put that trolling motor down and they'd start at the mouth of a cove and they'd go all the way around to the other side of it and fish whatever they had. If there was a dock there, they'd fish it. If there was nothing in between a dock, they'd fish the bare bank. They fished everything. They didn't leave anything to chance. And if they made a move, they didn't run down the lake 2 or 3 miles. If they made a move, it was usually to idle across the creek or idle across the cove. They stayed within sight of the area that they have decided they wanted to fish, because the decision on what they had made to fish, and the thing that I learned that changed my fishing, is number one, you have to pick the right area based upon the time of the year